Hello and welcome to the LA WhipCon 2021 virtual competition. As you all that are watching this probably know, every year we would have a meetup in LA to greet each other and crack and target with bullwhips and all kinds of whips, and generally hang out and talk about everything whip related. And of course, this year is a special year and we are not gathering. So we are trying to share the love and join online together. And today I am joined by Keith Smith. Keith, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
It's good to see you. And I have a bunch of questions and stuff, but just we've been longtime friends and we talk about whips all the time, and it's an honor to have this chat with you and to talk about this wonderful community that we have, and hopefully bring us all closer together one way or another, right?
Absolutely, man. It's great.
So you've been cracking whips for a long time, haven't you?
Well, this year will be, I started 40 years ago. Okay. I was 10 years old when Raiders of the Lost Ark came out. And that movie, of course, I walked out of it and I was like a changed person, right? I was like, oh my God, I did not have any clue you could use a whip like that. And I have to have one. So
Right.
immediately went searching and finally found one of those horrible Mexican swivel handle 12-foot bullwhips.
Yeah.
The first whip I ever cracked was a 12-foot.
Right up
Yes,
there.
exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, they were heavy and horrible, and the swivel was like, oh, it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Rickety. But I didn't care. It was a bullwhip, and man, I learned how to do like 2 cracks, and I started just targeting immediately. And I did that for a few years and got decent at it. And then girls came along and cars came along and high school and then Army. And so that kind of went away. And then I didn't do it again for many years. And I picked it back up like 3 years ago.
Okay.
A little over 3 years ago. And
Wow.
yeah, it was weird. One day I just woke up and I was like, oh my God, I have to get out my bullwhip. For whatever crazy reason went off in my head. And
you
then
still had that old one?
yes, I do. It kind of blew apart. I cracked it a few times. It was so old, and it was junk to me.
Right.
And yeah, it broke. And but I took that as a sign. I was like, I need to get a great whip collection. I'm going to get online and start looking into this.
Yeah.
I hadn't even looked into it yet. I had no idea that there was an online community. I didn't know there were these great whip artists out there. I had no idea. So I just kind of jumped in with both feet, got some whips, and just started practicing again.
Wow.
So,
what was the first whip that you got after that kind of got you hooked again?
a 10-foot Indy.
Oh, by Blake?
No, actually, it was from somebody that worked with Blake named Casey.
Okay, yeah, I know him.
Yeah, they worked together a long time ago, and it's a fantastic, very sturdy 10-foot Indy. I think every Indy fan should have at least one standard Indy whip. So I got that. Yeah. So I got that, and then I was like, this is really heavy. You can do some things with the big heavy whips, but not everything. So then I started looking around at nylon, and I met Tori Fisher, and I started. I did. I think you know him. Yeah. And started getting some nylon and started learning some new stuff. So I love both. I love the long leather whips, and I like the shorter nylon whips, and together they mesh well together.
And did you start doing target work right off, or were you trying to do the fancy flow work, or?
A little bit, because that was my first love, the targeting. So when I first got the whips, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start targeting again. And then I started looking at all these videos online about all these cracks that I'd never even seen before. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to start learning these things. So I put down the targeting. I put down the targeting for probably a year. Like 2018, I spent the whole year just learning new cracks, getting my flow down, just trying to learn all the stuff that I never even knew existed.
Wow.
And yeah, so, and then it wasn't until like 2019, I think I started targeting again. But I took like a full year hiatus from that and was just working on trying to just learn some new stuff and kind of, we all have our own little unique style about how we like to do put techniques together and routines and stuff. And I was just working on that. I was trying to figure out what my flow was. So that was pretty much a full year of doing that. And then I got back into my targeting, and then the silly videos started, and the rest is history.
Yeah, your silly videos. Give yourself plenty of credit there. Those videos are amazing. And everyone watching this now or later, if you guys have not seen Keith's videos, you need to go check them out. I didn't write it down. Do you know your username on YouTube?
It's Bullwhip Fun with Keith and Princess Stephanie is on page.
All right, yeah, we'll put that in the links maybe. You guys go check that out. It is really fun, and you have a great sense of style and a great sense of humor. Look for the dinosaur videos. I'm just saying.
I have a thing for dinosaurs.
The Amelia Earhart one is really interesting too.
Yes, I solved the Amelia Earhart mystery.
You did. It was amazing.
I solved the mystery of what really happened to the Titanic, and it's not like it was in the movie.
It's not what you expect. No. The bullwhip was not expected at all. So you guys go check that out to learn the secrets that you've been missing.
There's a spoiler alert. There's a Terminator involved in time travel. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil it for him.
Got to go watch it.
That's right. So, I mean, that kind of ties into your submission for this contest too, right?
Yeah. So, every year sorry, I didn't mean to
no, go ahead. So tell me about it.
But yeah, what I do is, even if I'm just out screwing around, playing around, not meaning to make a video, I'll take my camera out and I'll just set it up as I'm playing around. And sometimes I'll just do something funny, and I'll save that video, and then at the end of the year I'll do my compilation blooper reel, which I think which are some of my favorite videos, because it's just funny sometimes when you're doing something outside in the weather, in the wind, and you're trying to do something cool, and it turns out not cool at all. Sometimes that's the funniest stuff. So I just always have the camera going to catch.
I mean, and it's really funny that's the one you submitted to, because it's the ones where you make the misses that turned into this great blooper reel. But yet the videos that you throughout the year that you make, you're doing like 5 laser precision targeting shots that are incredible, cutting things that are moving through the air. It's amazing. And yeah, it's a wonderful combination. I really love it. So I'm a fan.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about this competition with different people submitting videos? I don't know if you watched some of the other interviews. I think you said you did. So I mean, like Justin was saying, some people are doing 50 takes, and they're like, this is theoretically the pinnacle of whip cracking for all these people, right?
Right.
Submit the best one. You can try it over and over. Right. So I mean, there's benefits, but yet you did your blooper reel, which is interesting. Right?
Yeah.
Here's the list. Here's the ones that I screwed up on. Everyone else is leaving these out. It's an interesting combination. What do you think about this format?
I think it's great. I like just the fact that a lot of people can't travel. I mean, the whip community is all over the world.
Yeah, that's true.
And which that's something I really think is cool about it. It's not a huge thing that a whole lot of people do, but a few people do it, and we're all scattered around the world. So most of the time, everybody can't get one place at one time, but everybody's got a phone and can take a video. So and can submit now. So I think this format is fantastic. The one thing, like what Justin, I was watching your video with Justin, and I totally agree with him that a downside is that, and I've not been able to get to an LA convention yet, but I'm going to, because I just want to hang out with everybody. Like, oh, there's your whip. Let me crack it. And oh, this is a great technique where you show me how to do it. That kind of thing you can't get on video, of course. That's just that human interaction. That's great. But I love this format. I think it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the drawback is that we're not there, but yeah, it does bring in more people, and we get to see these amazing performances, and it's not quite your style with the single or the double whip, precision performances that some of the people are doing. But do you feel like there's a I mean, yours pretty squarely fits in that performance category.
Sure.
Do you feel like there's any other categories that fit your style better? You're like, should we have a targeting category, even if it's on video, something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. I don't know, because you sure could cheat. You know, I mean, you could kind of. I mean, if you could do it 100 times, you know, if somebody's trying to hit one shot 100 times, you could cheat that way.
There's a YouTube channel called Dude Perfect, right? Have you seen those?
No.
Yeah, they like throw a basketball across a court and it bounces 17 times down the street and it makes a perfect basket. Something crazy. And it's amazing what they can do. And it's that one shot in a million that they do. But they're amazing videos and they're super entertaining. And
yeah, it's an interesting concept. Targeting is just a little bit different as far as you can cheat with it if you want to. It's no fun to do that, of course, but you could. So I don't know. I mean, unless you did like, let's say one of the stipulations was you have to hit 3 targets in a row or something like that, just so you're not just hitting one. You can fake one, but you can't fake 3 or 4, right? You got to have skill to hit 3 or 4 in a row. And
I mean, yeah, a monkey can throw the whip out enough times to eventually hit that target, right? But still, it would be interesting.
Did you know I love monkeys too? That's a big.
Oh no, I see the next video coming.
Dinosaurs, monkeys, cavemen. I'm into all kinds of stupid stuff. Yeah, my wife loves it.
And Star Wars, I can see.
And Star Wars. No. And Indy, of course.
And Indy, of course, yeah. He's not on video. I've got a model up there. But yeah, I was just thinking about, I mean, you're kind of if I were to talk to somebody about targeting, I think I would always come to you of everyone out there. You consistently are putting out targeting videos, and there are people that are good at it out there, obviously. But if you guys haven't been watching Keith's videos, like, what is it, weekly? Almost every week you release a video of some sort.
Yeah, I go through spurts where I do one a week, and then I might have a thing where I just don't have a good idea, so I just don't do one for a while. But yeah, there for a while I was putting out about one a week, just because I wake up with a cuckoo idea in my head. And I
gotta get it out.
To go out and do it, or it'll bug me. So I go out and do it.
So some of the videos, you really have a cool flow that you do before you do your target. And some of them, I mean, very few, but most of them are targeting. But some of them are just the flow work, which are really cool. Do you plan some of those routines ahead of time?
No.
No, not at all.
And I should actually practice a little bit and think about what I'm going to do, and it would be better. But, you know, I'm a very in the moment. When I do my whipping, I'm usually just kind of in the moment, and I just go out. Like recently, I did one with the 9-foot whip that you made me, and I did that little video with that one just because I was just feeling it.
Yeah,
and I was out playing around, and I had the camera out there, and I just did a little quick little routine. It was not planned out at all. I just was feeling good and just did it.
It looked good.
So, well, thanks, man. Thanks. You know, it was just flowing that day.
Yeah.
And that's what but yeah, I really need to do. And man, I'm really inspired by some of these videos on this competition from this year.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God. The one Tori Fisher did and the one T-Rex did. Oh my God. He looks like a Jedi Knight. I don't even know what's happening. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
That's the trick to using these. It's the force. They're just.
Oh, I know. Right. Well, the force is strong with those two. Because man, I look at their videos. I'm like, yeah, I got so much practicing to do. Right.
Right. I think
so
we all
do
say
my
that.
little thing, but I really want to. That's more of the area I kind of want to go into. I want to go into more. I want to improve my game this year. That's kind of my goal for my goal for 2021 is to not just do targeting and the few cracks that I like to do. I want to do the hard work and really push myself out of my comfort zone and do some new stuff, some new routines, some new cracks, things like that.
Is there any crack in particular you're looking forward to?
Well, you know, eventually I'm going to do that Hassett. Eventually, you know, I'm getting there. And that's one thing. Yeah. I've been working on that helicopter,
Yep.
and eventually I'll do that Hassets. And there's some other stuff that T-Rex does. I don't even know what the name of it is, but I'm going to learn that too.
Yeah. So I'm sure it's a toss of some sort.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's doing,
Right.
but I like it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And of course, Bonk with his juggling is something that I've been playing with a little bit. I don't know if you did a little bit of toss and catch, haven't you?
A little bit. I can't juggle.
Oh, okay.
No, that's one of those things I should learn, but I don't know. I get out there and then I'm like, ooh, look at target, bam! I'm so loosey goosey with stuff, man. I just like to go out and have fun with it, But this year I'm going to make myself be a little bit more disciplined and actually learn some things that I want to learn, and that's just kind of my goal.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I think it hasn't been said, but it's super obvious that you love this, that you have fun with it, that this is consistently a lot of fun and joy for you. And I think we can all learn something from that. That's why we have these hobbies. I mean, certainly it's professional work for some of us that do this, but this is fun, and it should be so. So you're an inspiration to us all, Keith. Thank you.
Thanks, man. For real. I mean, you and I had a conversation about this just the other day. That anytime I do get frustrated or I'm irritated, I just like, what am I doing? This is fun,
Right.
It's not the kind of thing you need to stress about. Yeah, it's okay to be a little frustrated because you want to get better,
Mm-hmm.
but always keep in mind this is fun. This is a hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, your whips are great, and yeah, they really are. And it's kind of a I don't know, a Zen experience when you're out there, and just have fun with it. That's why I called my YouTube channel Bullwhip Fun with Keith and Princess Stephanie. It's not bullwhip. It's not bullwhip serious. It's not bullwhip perfection.
No.
Bullwhip fun.
It's bullwhip fun.
That's how I see it. It's all about having a good time, and I really, since I got into it, I've made so many great friends. It's like it opened up a whole new world that I didn't even know.
Right, and it's bringing people together from all over the world too.
Yeah.
And hopefully some of these videos will help with that too. That's why I'm doing these myself. But so one of the questions that everybody always talks about when we're doing whip cracking is, of course, the hardware, right? So what are some of your favorite whips? I don't know if you've got any handy, but that you can talk about. But no,
funny you should ask. I happen to have. This is the first nylon whip that I got from Torrance Fisher.
Ooh.
Hope you can see it okay.
That's beautiful. Wooden handle?
It's got a 12-inch wooden handle. I've refinished it a few times, but I've used this thing so much it just wears off. I don't care. This whip is fantastic. This thing is 3 years old. Look at that transition.
Whoa, look at that.
Look at that. Right? It's fantastic. He really went above and beyond on this one. It's got an English eye fall hitch, which I love.
Oh, that's
so
gorgeous.
There's that one. That's good.
I like the colors too.
Oh, it's beautiful. And one of the great things I really like about Tori is that when I got it, I was like, I kind of gave him the general, because I knew he was an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of give him the general guidelines. I was like, I want a 7-footer, 12-inch handle, wood handle. I love wood handles on nylon whips. And I was like, just give me like this blue and go crazy with it. And he just knocked it out of the park. I mean, he does little accent knots and things like that you didn't ask for, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? It's just so cool. Here is the one indie whip that I own. Oh, baby. This is the case. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it's heavy, and it's sturdy. And this is the one I did. I don't know if you remember, but I did the flying sponge.
Yeah.
Where I had a sponge up here.
Yes.
And I hit it up in the air.
Yes.
And I hit it again.
That was really impressive.
Thank you very much. It's just it's got great flow to it. And then this is my favorite of all time. This is my 12-foot masterpiece by none other than Blake Bruning, the Trinity whip.
Oh my goodness. Let's get a closer look at some of that plating and stuff on it. That thing is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It is fantastic. I've got tendonitis, which is why in my videos you see I wear these braces.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a little bit of tendonitis. So about a year and a half ago, I told Blake, I was like, I really want another 12-footer because that's what I grew up cracking. That was my thing when I was a kid. And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, we had a lot of, Blake and I love talking about whips and then the flow. And we both like short whips for fast stuff, but then we like that long, rhythmic, like the ocean. It's like you get those long, deep cracks, right? And you can only get that. You can only get that with a 12-footer. There's something magic about a 12-footer. I was like, Blake, I got tendonitis. What am I gonna do? He was like, no worries. He's like, I'm gonna make you a stiletto. I'm like, what? I said, tell me more, right? So
tease me with a good time.
Well, he basically made this whip. I mean, that 12-footer is about the weight of what most people make a 6-footer weigh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's thin, it's light, and you saw the transition. That's the whip I make all those long video where I do the long target work.
Right.
That's the video.
Things swinging and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the one I just did with Kylo Ren, that was with that one.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like you're across town practically, across your yard there.
Sometimes I have to make sure I got my contacts in. I have to look at the target. I'm like, all right, there it is. And then I just kind of go for it. But yeah, that thing's fantastic. That's just, that's a true artist that can take, I've got tendonitis. I need something lighter, but I want a 12-foot. What do you do? Well, however he made those internals, he made them where it could be light enough, but still accurate and weigh enough to get the job done. It's fantastic.
Wow.
That's a true artist right there.
Yeah, it is. It is. Is there any, thinking about the different whip artists that we've been seeing with this competition, is there anybody in particular that you're, I don't know, I want to say worried because there's so many different styles, but are there some videos that besides Tori, for example, that you're worried about or think you have a good chance of winning the competition, or that you're especially inspired?
No, you got to understand, I am like the least competitive person you've ever met in your life. I don't have an ounce of competitiveness in me. I really don't. I just submitted that thing just for fun, just because I just thought it was funny.
And it's a lot of entertainment.
Well, thanks, man. It really is just fun. It's just a compilation video of me being silly. And every time something went horribly, horribly wrong that I thought was funny, I just put it in there.
Oh my goodness.
And I love the Star Wars music. It added that drama to it.
Right.
Right?
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. But no,
wow.
I not one bit of worry whatsoever, because I just submitted just for fun, just to be a part of it, just because I thought it was a great idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of beginners that, and no offense meant to any of them, of course, that I'm very proud of them all for entering. And mine is not going to win anything either. But I think it is really cool that this competition has encouraged so many beginners that are of the similar mindset that, I can do the required cracks at least, and then I can do a couple others. And some of them, people miss a crack or two here, or they obviously it's a struggle to get those cracks out. But I don't know. What do you think about the future of whip cracking as a community? Do you think this is helping it, or is there something we could be doing better?
I think this is fantastic, because this, I think, makes people more excited because they can participate. And then hopefully when COVID is finally kind of on the downside, hopefully we can all get together physically. Like I said, I'm not a competitive person, but I would sure like to just come to a place and be able to hang out with everybody and learn some stuff.
Right.
Because I see stuff all the time from people that they're obviously kind of a beginner, but they hit a crack. I'm like, I don't even know how they do that.
Right.
So just little tiny things I see people do that I think they're fantastic, that I would like to learn. And it's really hard from a video. So it would be great Yeah, it would be really great to be like, hey man, would you show me that little thing you did right there? You can pick it up in 2 minutes,
Sure.
and then you walk away. You can walk away from an event like that really feeling good that you learned something. That's my thing. I just want to. The only person I really ever compete with is myself, and I really just want to get better and learn new stuff and make silly videos.
Right.
That's
I
my thing.
I feel that an emotional level too. I think that's really a good description of whip cracking. It's that yes, there are competitions across the world in different countries, but so much of it is not. I mean, it's you're competing with yourself every day. That's where all your
Right.
work is put in. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of professional sports, there's many, many hours that are done off the field and in the gym and practicing scrimmages and stuff. But there is a lot of games per season, if you will. That is the competition that these people thrive off of. And whip cracking is not that. At most, we've got one a year. So
Right.
that's very exciting. Um, I guess I always want to offer toward the end of these conversations if there's somewhere you would like people to come see more of you, or if you've got something to hawk, um, Keith T-shirts or something. Let me know. But
Not at all. Not at all. If I just hope people enjoy the videos. I hope they like what I do. Go to the YouTube page. Bullwhip Fun, Keith and Princess Stephanie. Give us a like. Just because it's there. I'm not trying to make anything off of it. Not trying to make any money off of it. I like to put them out there. Every now and then I get a message. Somebody contact me like, hey, how did you do this? What kind of cracker do you use, or whatever. I love all that.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
You're in it for the smiles, right?
Say again.
In it for the smiles.
That's it, man. That's all I'm in it for. That's it.
That's awesome. Well, I love it, and I think that's a great point to end this and send everyone on their way. That's what we should all be in it for. We're in it for the smiles, right?
That's it, buddy.
All right. Thank you again, Keith, and I'll be chatting with you regularly, I'm sure.
All right, brother. Have a great one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.